Well, Denver, Minnesota. Wow, what a game. What a fun
Unbelievable
game
game.
that was. You know, it was really impressive. Like, first off, this felt like that game seven that Minnesota won
Mm.
in Denver a few years ago. Looks like Denver's going to blow them out early. They come crawling back in,
19
and
point
it's
lead.
they another 19 point lead. Apparently, like Denver's only blown like two 19-point leads in the. I saw some stat on social media and didn't do my job of verifying it, but only blown two 19-point leads in the playoffs at home, both to Minnesota. So that's it. It tells you one thing: the Wolves are so comfortable playing in Denver.
Mhm.
Like they're not really. Denver is not really a thing that they're worried about. Like whether we have to go there or and get wins. Like they're confident in that they can do that. What was so impressive about it was just I loved the way Ant played, getting off the ball quickly when the doubles came, not forcing things, playing just smart basketball, leading the swing threes, swing tackle closeout. Dante DiVincenzo knocking down big threes, like just across the board the way they played. I was super impressed with that game in the way they approached it after they gave up the lead.
Yeah, I would say a couple things. In the reverse of game one, the first stretch of non-Jokic minutes is really where Minnesota got going, where we saw in
Mm-hmm.
game one, that's where the Nuggets got into their rhythm. That said, when Jokic comes back in the fourth quarter, Denver only scores 9 points in 8 minutes the rest of the game. That is like so uncharacteristic and obviously unacceptable as you're blowing your lead. Jokic passed up a couple of floaters in the middle of the lane and turned it over both times. I thought Jamal Murray was gassed down the stretch, where some of that is he played 43 minutes, some of that is JD McDaniels hounding him all over the floor. Rudy, again, fantastic defensively throughout the game. There was just so much going on for them. You didn't get as much from Hardaway or Bruce, or not from Hardaway. He had more than in game one, but Bruce Brown I didn't think was as impactful as in game one. Spencer Jones comes in, plays 10 minutes, really does nothing. Christian Brown only hits 1 3 in this game. Jokic, Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon go a combined 3 for 17 from three. They were very comfortable letting Jokic shoot from three, which is not surprising given how he has struggled from three over the second half of the season. Just a lot went wrong, I thought, for Denver offensively down the stretch.
It was a lot of Tim Hardaway down the stretch. And I get it with, they want his shooting. Cam Johnson's not shooting well and things like that. I still thought Cam, despite the shooting numbers from three, I still thought he was pretty good in the game. Not great, but like I worry more defensively with that. Not that I think Cam's been great on that end either, but the other thing the stuff that showed the most is like they really miss Peyton Watson because they need his defense against Ant. One thing's clear. Anthony Edwards has no problem against Aaron Gordon. He
Nope.
doesn't slow up against Gordon at all when he switches onto him or when he hedges on the pick and roll. He just attacks him over and over again. I think that was a fun, or that's a very big point that I think people are going to kind of miss just because I don't know how many people are aware how good a defender Watson is. And I think that's going to be a thing that is really hurting them because he would be in the lineup at the end of games and help. And the way he's kind of blown up offensively would be good. But with him out, it's a hard run there because nobody's going to guard Christian Brown.
No.
Nobody's going to
And
guard him.
Watson is so much better at guarding down the positional spectrum than Aaron Gordon is, who is more equipped to guard bigger guys.
Yeah, and I think I think that's kind of their the big loss for everything that they have, and I think they're really just in a tough spot with what they have to do defensively, and it's a problem. Like I just think they need to. The other thing too, and we got to say this: Gobert's been great the
Oh
past
yeah,
two games.
phenomenal,
His
phenomenal couple of
defense,
games.
his defense on Jokic, it allows them to not double Jokic. which is why he's not able to get the assists out. He's not able to make all the passes that he wants to make. He's not able to kind of lead to the give the opportunities to the Nuggets offense in the way. I think they got away a little bit too from their 3-man action, the horns action, the elbow actions and stuff with Jokic. I think they need to get back to that more. I think the pick and roll is not working. I think because a lot of it is Jokic is popping a lot, and that's just not a threat. You said it already. He's just not shooting well from three since he's come back from the injury. Very low number of threes this series already after 2 games, and it's like they're fine with that. When he pops, they're going to be fine with that. That works for them, for the Wolves defensively. I think they need to kind of get back to their running of offense before they just dive into just complete Murray, Jokic, high pick and roll.
You got to get to more of the short roll stuff too, where Jokic is in the middle of the lane and can either take his floater or kick it out to one of those guys, because you have to sort of rotate over. And if they're going to leave the shooters open, then you can at least get good looks for them, and maybe they can knock them down better than they did in this game. I think we also got to talk about the Jamal Murray play at the end of the game where he comes off the pick and roll from Jokic. He has an open three, but he dribbles inside the line and takes a step back 22-footer when they're down by 3 points. That can't happen either.
It was like he went for a quick 2, but it was neither quick and it wasn't a good 2, and it wasn't what you needed, right?
It was
like
the worst 2 you can take.
It was pretty bad with that, and it was just a bad game from him. Like, I just didn't think he was really in tune. I think I saw a stat during the fourth quarter where, like, at one point, him and Jokic were combined 1 of 10 in the fourth. Like, it was pretty nasty and gnarly for the way they were playing. I think this is the stuff they need to clean up, because give Minnesota credit, man. This is a tough-ass team. Randall, by the way, super physical in this game, and I think it was the physicality they needed. Like, that physicality, that aggression, exactly what they needed when he was going to work there, and I thought that was pretty big.
Yeah, Jamal had 26 points a minute into the second half and finished with 30. So not good down the stretch. He was on fire early in the game. He got a couple of 4-point play opportunities, and I was like, hey, I don't think Jamal is going 7 for 22 tonight. He winds up going 11 for 25.
Well, it didn't go 7 to 22, Jared. Ultimately, though, this is going to be an exciting. I'm happy to see this, because after game 1, Ant didn't look healthy. Ant didn't look right. It was really concerning. This was a game where, like, Ant's defense, by the way, a couple of big blocks. Yeah. You know, had a chase down block on Hardaway in transition. Like, there's some key plays there as well defensively. I thought, like, this had me going, like, yes, this is the series we're hoping for. This is what we with the excitement we wanted. So I think that's going to be pretty big going forward with where they're at. I think we're in for a long series.
I think so, and I'm very happy about it.
Yes, we long series are the best. They're fun. They're fun to watch. Any last thoughts here before we move to the other game?